And there is the ready. Time to count this one down. Here we go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tetris. He has to burn the stack down, though, but he does get the Tetris at the absolute brink. He's down by just under a Tetris, and he's going to top out. Ooh, and that's a hang of the L piece. And Redshirt's going to top out. But what you do see is Redshirt fighting for his life here in game number 3. And he tops out again. He's got some work to do to clear this out. And Redshirt's going to top out. Critical Lapis with that Tetris takes the game and the match. I've got it ready from both players. So you know what? It's time to count this one down. We'll have to wait and see because PK needs a long bar. He needs a 5-tap. He's not getting either of them. Scooty trailing by just under a Tetris. But Peek hangs the long bar. He can't get the 5-tap over. And with that burn, Scooty takes game number 2, 1.2 million pace for the kill screen. Hey, both players are ready. At long last, we are about to begin. So let's go ahead and count this one down. Here it comes in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Game is afoot. It's Cobra. It's Alex T. It's a CTL Division 1A collision. And as is normal tradition, we like to get to know our players. So I'm going to start with our competitor on the right. That is Cobra. All right, and as you can see, Cobra, of course, is a roller. As far as past Tetris events in person, CTWC took 44th in 2024, 7th this past year. Went to Lone Star last year, took 4th. Took 6th in Stillwater last year. Won Boston this year. And took 4th at Space City this year. Cobra's also done his fair share of online events. Won Challengers in November 2024 for CTM and has had about 10 or so appearances in Masters. And, of course, the most important fact to know about Cobra, as in Cobra's own words, I exist. Also relevant to know, based on the info Scooty gave me, Scooty is shorter than Cobra, so do what you will with that vital piece of information, folks. Anyway, we're approaching 30 lines cleared in this game. Alex has the lead right now, 139,000 to 118,000 as he gets a Toasterous now over 160. And they're going back and forth early on. And as they're getting this game underway, we are separated by mere pushdown points. Cobra with the lead by 4 points. Well, now with the lead by a single and a pushdown. So Cobra ensuring that no tie shall happen, but Alex says, oh, no, we are going to be tied here as he gets the pushdown points to match Cobra's efforts. A third of the way to transition. Both these players are on a 630,000 pace. Once again, they were only separated by pushdown points for a brief moment in time. So, hey, players are dueling with pushdown points, and I am absolutely here for it. There we go. Over 50 lines in the books right now. This one's still fairly neck and neck. Though Alex is pushing to try and expand this lead over Tetris now, 279,000 to 239,000 as both players throw another Tetris on the board. All right, and I feel a drought coming on. It looks like it's been a bit since we've seen a long bar. And, oh, there was the drought counter. There it is. Cobra can't use it for a Tetris. Alex can. Halfway to transition. This is about a 660,000 pace for Alex. Cobra, meanwhile, on about a 570,000 transition pace to level 19. But a good start for both of these players, looking at solid transition scores, and you know both of these players have the ability to go well into level 29 kill screenplay. So maybe we get that, maybe we get a double max out, who the heck knows. And I know you all saw it, but that was a nice Vitz from Cobra there, set it up perfectly, got the long bar for it, now getting droughted, but the long bar shows up at the right time, and we get a simul Tetris, both of them throwing one down, 439,000 for Alex, 381,000 for Cobra. So Alex holding on to that 2 Tetris and change lead as we get closer to 100 lines and the turn. And the board's, of course, looking good for both of them. Cobra fills in that little bit of a chasm in the middle, gets a Tetris out of it, and another one. So, once again, the paces have remained consistent over the past 20, 30 lines or so. Alex has not been able to expand on this lead, but Cobra has not been able to shrink it, so they've pretty much gone back and forth, playing really well as we are about 30 lines from transition. And at 100 lines in the books, it is 533K for Alex T, 474,000 for Cobra, who gets a long bar and a Tetris, and another one to go over 500,000. And looking at potentially at least a 600K transition for Alex if he can maintain this pace. A simul Tetris from both, and there is at 600K, so he's going for even more. He can get 2 more Tetrises before the transition, which would give him a monster level 19 score. Cobra has 3 more Tetrises in hand. There's one of them for Alex. And let's see what that final transition score is going to be for him, as he gets 1 more Tetris he can get. Meanwhile, Cobra with 2 more Alex transitions at 673,000. A solid score in his own right. Cobra has 1 more burn that can be used. Waiting for that Tetris, doesn't want to burn 2 lines because that would send him in, but he transitions at 635, so double 600Ks, moving on to 19 and beyond, a chase to the kill screen for both of them. All right, a Tetris for Alex. He's already at 750,000, and he's on level 20. Hasn't even made it to level 21 yet, so pouring on the pace early in this first game between Alex T and Cobra. Now, Cobra dealing with that drought that Alex T just went through. This one's going to be about a 35-piecer. Cobra does get a Tetris out of it. On to level 21 for Cobra. And Alex just... This is going to be an insane number once I'm able to calculate his kill screen pace. So just you wait, folks. Let him get a Tetris, and we'll tell you what that number is. It's gonna be monster. There it is. This is a 1.29 million kill screen pace. Not quite a 1.3, but just on the edge. A kill screen pace worthy of Mini D on the screen happening right now on the left. Meanwhile, Cobra, not to be outdone, Cobra's on a 1.2 million kill screen pace, so big numbers from both players. My gods. Their actual scores right now on level 23, 925K for Alex, 866,000 for Cobra. Cobra's only down 2 Tetrises. So both players having quite a debut performance here in this matchup. And now both over 900,000, and we're only on level 24, folks. Now Cobra waiting for this long bar, going through a drought that Alex just finished up here. This one's going to end at 23 pieces, and Cobra capitalized with the Tetris. Alex with the max out at 198 lines. Almost about to go into 26. Simul Tetris for both. They're on level 26. Cobra almost at a max out. Alex already has it, and he's almost at a 1.1, and he's still on 26. Cobra's board looking a little out of sorts, and we're having some, I'll call it the Tetris equivalent of jazz hands, as some Tetraminos are flashing in and out of focus here. But we'll look at Alex's board. He's at a 1.1 on level 27. And looking to try and get this long bar. It's not showing up for him, but he is keeping this board safe. He knows he's got a monster score. Cobra with the max out, 1.001 million. Alex has 2 more Tetrises he can get, although he's going to have to burn, so it's going to go down to 1 more. Cobra, meanwhile, on to level 28, has 2 more potential Tetrises, but with the amount of burning that's needed, could still get 1 more, I believe, if the board's looking right. But Alex goes into kill screen at 1.248 million. And Cobra also in kill screen with the max at 1.02029 million, but Cobra can't do any more than that, and he will top out. Alex takes game number 1, but let's see what he can do with this absolute beast of a game. It's at 1.366 on level 31. He's got about 70 lines before the double kill screen. And he gets another Tetris, 1.44. Are we going to see a rollover before level 39? He's got a monster game on his hands. But he can't get the 5-tap over, and he hangs that J piece. He hangs the L piece on as well. He hangs the long bar, and he's going to top out. But still, a great score from Alex T. 4, 3, 2, 1, Tetris. And we are off. All right. And Earn Brew Milk saying, you know what's good? Whole milk. I couldn't tell you the last time I have had whole milk, so not my area of expertise to comment. But hey, if you know what, if you like it, you do you. I am not a milk elitist. You like your whole milk, you have your whole milk. Although I could be on the side of the fence regarding skim milk. I could be part of the group that considers it milk flavored water, but your mileage may vary on that one. Anyway, as far as Alex, what can I say that hasn't already been said about him? He is the back-to-back CTWC World Champion, defeated Dog last year, defeated Meme this year. Went to Jonas Cup this year, and he ended up finishing in the top 8, lost to Dog in the quarterfinals, 3-1. And also, I will let you know the worst kept secret in all of Tetris. Alex is player number 2 to get Rebirth. Happened very recently. You've probably all seen the clips at this point. You all probably saw the madness, but shout outs to Alex for getting Rebirth. Player number 2 to get there. Anyway, we are about 40 lines in. 228,000 for Cobra, 209,000 for Alex. So Cobra with the slight edge. Coming up on a third of the way to transition. This is, oh my god, are you serious? This is a 750,000 transition pace for Cobra. Cobra, do not listen to what I'm about to say. Cobra has burned 0 lines. 100% Tetris rate, so 750,000 transition pace. Meanwhile, Alex still on a good one on his own right. I mean, he's still on an over 600,000 transition pace, but this is everything you could have hoped for and more in a CTL match. You've got great intrigue, you've got great pace, great playing from both players. So hopefully they can continue this as this game goes on. And nearing 60 lines in the books, 304,000 for Alex, 269,000 for Cobra. Hey now, and coming up on halfway to level 19. So, revising those pace checks, 650,000 is now the pace for Alex T. And Cobra has done a fair amount of burning with this center well Tetris. Does get it. This is going to be about a 560,000 transition pace. So, things have cooled off a bit on Cobra's side of the screen. But, you know, from my perspective, 560k, that's still pretty darn good. As both players over 300,000 points. Alex with the Tetris. He has survived that early salvo of not burning any lines from Cobra. Cobra was perfect through the first third of level 18, but then a little bit of unfortunate luck. But that's not to say Cobra's having a bad game. Cobra's still at 354,000 points. Alex just has 420,000 as we are over 80 lines in. And we've got a good stretch. Oop, looks like Alex missed the Z spin there. Don't think that was by design, but you never know. These high level Tetris players, they They think on a they think on a plane of stacking much higher than mere mortals like you or I. So that could have been some sort of elaborate setup, but you never know. Anyway, coming up on 100 lines, where in fact they're on Alex's side. 473,000 for him, 422,000, making 445k for Cobra after the Toastress. And we continue this journey to level 19. And it looks like we're also dealing with a bit of a drought here. So we'll see how the players manage this one. Over 20 pieces and still going. And there it is. There's the long bar Tetris for Cobra. A 26-piece drought, and both players survive it flawlessly. And not only that, both players over 500,000 now. Cobra can get 3 more Tetrises before level 19. And meanwhile, Alex can get also 3 more Tetrises before level 19. So there is 1 for Cobra. 2 more in the hopper are available. Alex also has 2 more that he can get. But he has taken a burn, so there's 1 Tetris down. He has 1 more he can get before this transition. And he's going to throw it down. Transition at 600,000. Cobra waiting for that last Tetris. Cobra no longer has any burn, so the next line clear of any amount will send him to 19. And he goes in at 589,000 points. And there we go, trying to make our way to the kill screen once again. You know what these players are capable of. And we'd love to see another intense one like that first game. And you know, this one is close. I wouldn't say neck and neck, but it's close enough. Alex is up by about a Tetris and a half. Meanwhile, Cobra is set up for a dirty column 3 Tetris, just waiting for that long bar to arrive. But the long bar is not showing up. I mean, there it is. At long last, the long bar does arrive. Cobra gets the Tetris, 653 to 668. Although Alex gets the Tetris, it's a hey now, 1 yeah on the scoreboard. 696,000 for him to 658,000 as we go into level 22. And a Tetris for Alex, 1.08 million is the kill screen pace for him. And Cobra setting up for a Tetris of his own. Let's see what he gets. There we go, 690,000. Yep, there's another hey now. This is just over a max out. 1.03 million is the projected kill screen pace for Cobra. So we're on track for double max outs once again, folks. And on level 23, how is it going for these players? Exactly like you'd expect. Good, clean stacks, solid, consistent play. Taking burns when they need to, and throwing down Tetrises when that long bar shows up. Alex is over 800,000 points, 825k to 754k. His lead is 2 Tetrises and change right now. As he's doing a screen look here and there to check out the score. And moving around a bit on his screen. You know, sometimes those hyper jolt movement strats pay off, because you know, moving your body helps the piece get over where you need it to when you need a piece to be moved over quick. But on to level 26, and now 27 for Alex. That's 967k for him, 914,000 for Cobra. Cobra on to level 26 with the I don't know what you want to call it, jazz hands, flashing Christmas lights that are on the verge of death with some pieces flickering in and out. But Alex has the max out, 1.004. Cobra is close as well, 985k. There's the max out for both. Alex holding on to a slight lead. He has 1 more Tetris he can get before kill screen, but the way his board's looking, he's going to have to go dirty to get that final one. And he is set up for it. Will he take this dirty left well Tetris into kill screen? No, but he gets the dirty Tetris anyway. He has to burn in, but the long bar shows up right at transition. 1.115 is the score for Alex on level 29. And now Cobra facing a drought before kill screen, trying to keep this board alive. And Tetris is in at 1.097. It's double max outs. It's double kill screen once again over here. And Cobra trying to burn, but Hank's an O piece. This is going to be tough to get out of. And Cobra tops out. Alex has taken game number 2. 1.183 to 1.103. And Alex still going. He's on level 32. And he's still building. Stacking up for a Tetris. And Cobra asking the important questions. How do I go 10 without an LJ or a bar? 3, 2, 1, Tetris. So here's the lay of the land. Alex, with a win, will get the sweep. Cobra looking to win so that Cobra can go for the reverse sweep, or at a minimum, at least take it to game number 4 here. And a non-consumer loving the games that we're getting here. This is a very exciting matchup. I see what Alex was saying when he mentioned that this should be an end-of-season matchup, because you're getting primo Tetris right now between these two. Now, early on, looks like separated by a pushdown points. Cobra with the pushdown points again. And now Alex fighting back with pushdown points of his own. And speaking of Alex, looking back at his match history, we mentioned the big tournament wins. Alex has been playing in the online competitive community for almost 5 years. Next month, November, will be his 5-year Tetrisversary. First match coming November 28th, 2020 in a CT Brawl matchup against Meme, in which Meme won 3-1. There we go, Tetris for Alex. He's working to get this board down. Cobra gets the board down. Cobra was stacking high. The board was clean. It was just a little high. Now, for your average roller, that's not too bad. And about 40 lines in, 209,000 for Alex, 208,000 for Cobra. We are neck and neck, separated by a burned single minus pushdown points as we get... Okay, that's not a simul Tetris, apparently. Okay, you do you, Nestor's champs. But 690,000 pace for both players. Yeah, fine. I guess that's a hey now for the transition pace. But these players are holding nothing back here. Tetris rates over 90% for both of them. Now over 50 lines. Alex T is already over 300,000 points, and he hasn't even made it to 60 lines yet. And Cobra's about to be in the same boat here. Cobra will get the T-Tuck and get Tetris ready. So with the Tetris, Cobra will also be over 300,000, not even halfway to level 19. And there it is. There's the Tetris. We're over 320,000 for both players. And coming up on halfway, we'll revisit those pace projections, let you know what these players are looking at. This is a 680,000 pace for Alex T. 680,000. Cobra, not to be outdone. This is looking like, I'm going to say this is about a 690,000 pace. If you want to call it 700K, you go ahead. But once again, killer pace from both of these players. But Cobra waiting for this long bar to show up. Both these players are mired in a drought right now. And Cobra's just going to use that long bar to fill the dependency on the left. That was about a 30-piece drought for both of them. Currently, Alex with the lead, 419,000 to 395,000 for Cobra. So now Alex up by about a Tetris. And on Alex's side, looking really clean. Cobra has a couple of gaps. Looks like a couple of eyes poking out of the Tetris stack. EYES. But Cobra gets them free and is rewarded with the Simul Tetris. So Alex is going to get another Simul Tetris. Both of them throwing down. And it is Alex up by just under a Tetris. 510,000 to 490,000. And Alex, if you're watching the expressions on his camera, Alex looking like he's about to go Super Saiyan on this game. Oh no! And he gets bursted, and Cobra. I was gonna say you have a chase down Cobra, but that Tetris gives you the win. But yeah, he looked like he was about to go Super Saiyan with some of those expressions. He just got bursted and had that Spire up top, hung a piece, and he's gonna top out. So Cobra, you're good for game number 3. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, Tetris. So with that, Cobra puts the brooms away for Alex. Alex will not get the sweep in this one. We're at a minimum getting a game 4, but if Cobra's able to pull out this one, you know what's happening, folks. A, it's going to a decider, and B, we need more points. So you'll have to stick around and find out for yourself what's going to happen in this one. We are now getting into what we can safely call Toast After Dark, as it is 10 p.m. toast time. And Alex has the VITS set up. He's got a floating Mino there, so the question will be, does he decide to burn it? And the pieces made that decision for him, I think, so he is going to burn that one off. And set up for another Tetris coming up here once that long bar shows up for both of them. But, you know, as soon as I say we're just waiting for the long bar, naturally the long bar decides not to show up. This drought is over 20 pieces and still going. And there it is. The drought is over 29 pieces. Both players able to capitalize on it. A Tetris for Alex and now a Tetris for Cobra. So 30 lines in. Yeah, this is neck and neck. 127K for Alex, 128,000 for Cobra. Making our way towards level 19 and hopefully beyond. Question becoming, just how deep into the game can these two players go? They have been pushing each other so hard in these matches. We've seen insane pace. We've seen kill screen play. We could have potentially saw a rollover. That's just the level of skill that these players, to Alex T and Cobra, have shown so far this evening. And there we go, a third of the way to transition. This is about, we're going to say about a 510,000 transition pace for both players. Wait, no, that's not right. Yeah. 510,000 for them. That's the correct number. I swear I know what I'm doing. And the players, they know what they're doing too. Board's looking clean. We're just playing, once again, we're playing Where's Waldo Longbar Edition. By comparison, a small drought, only 15 pieces that time. Both players are able to get that long bar and bring that stack down. 287K for Alex, 254,000 for Cobra, as we were over 60 lines, coming up on halfway to level 19. Revisiting those pace numbers, 510,000 for Cobra, so still on the same pace. And for Alex, it looks like about a 570,000 transition pace. He has gained a bit of separation as he's up by a Tetris and change, but he's going to throw down another. Now, in general, what you're seeing here tonight, especially in our last matchup, is just a masterclass in stacking efficiency. Aside from the one hiccup, but we're not going to talk about that one. You're looking at maximum efficiency. These players know how to put things up on the board to not have to burn a bunch of lines, maintain that high Tetris rate, and keep the score high, and it just really maintains pressure on the opposition to keep playing aggressive and keep building for Tetrises, but that's something both of these two, Alex and Cobra, are very capable of. They can play aggressive, they can push each other, and they can survive the blows that one sends to the other. So, what a good match right here as we're coming up on 100 lines, 411,000 to 380,000. That is the score. Cobra with the lead. And Cobra is going to get a dirty left well triple. Alex is just going to look to get this board cleared out, and he is absolutely feeling it right now. Is he up high for a roller? No, but for your average player, that's pretty high up on the board, and he's just smiling and laughing and bringing this board down like it's nothing. And despite all of that, he still has the lead, 446,000 to 414,000, and now set up for a dirty Tetris, which he of course is going to get. And now we near that transition to level 19. Cobra could get 3 more Tetrises before the transition. Alex is down to 2 more, but he's got this gnarly looking hang and chasm in his stack there in the middle, so he's going to burn a Tetris away, but he can dirty into level 19. Cobra with 2 more Tetrises and a clean board. Alex gets the long bar, and he's going to transition at 523,000 points. And Cobra is holding out. There is the long bar. There is the transition, 508,000 points. So now the race to the kill screen is on for both Alex and Cobra, as Cobra, with that Tetris, takes the lead. So now we're in a position where we can see things start to go back and forth between Alex and Cobra as they make their way to level 29. And they are just both unbelievably locked in. The focus that they're showing, the efficiency that they're playing with, it's really a sight to behold. But Alex has taken that lead back. He's only up by a couple thousand points right now, but it is indeed a lead for Alex as both players get another Tetris. 644k for Alex, 642k for Cobra. On to level 22 we go. We'll get you a kill screen pace projection. Can already tell you that Alex is on max out pace. We'll try and get a little more precision onto that right here. So this is going to be a I'm going to call this a 1.06 or a 1.07 for the kill screen. And Cobra on about a 1.03 million for kill screen pace. So both players on a max out trajectory if they can keep playing at the rate they're playing. But now Cobra having to do some flat burning to get the stack down. Gets the pieces he needs. Now things are getting lower, and there is the Tetris. So Alex currently up by just under a Tetris as they go back and forth. 824,000 to 798,000. Still looking great for both of these players to enter max out city at kill screen. And even before they get to level 25, they're both over 800,000 points. Alex is about to enter level 25, and he's at 889,000. Cobra, 833,000. Cobra gets a Tetris. Cobra set up for another one, but now Cobra has put a little weight on that right well. Gets it burned off. Now waiting for the long bar. There it is. Tetris for Cobra. And we will just bring our focus over to the left side of the screen here while Cobra's board figures out what life decisions it made to look like that. And that, of course, is the capture from Nestor's Champs, not how Cobra's board actually looks, because now they're on 27, it's all good. And it's dueling leads right here. They just keep going back and forth. Alex has a couple gaps in his stack. Cobra's going to be the first to max out, 1.031 million. Cobra's really turned it on the past few levels with the pace. And, of course, they pick up the pace. And those of you that are my age, you hear pick up the pace, and one of the first things you're probably thinking of is that old commercial. This stuff's made in New York City for Pace Picante sauce. But both players now in kill screen. Both have max outs. Cobra with a 2 Tetris lead on level 29. 1.034 is Alex's score. 1.119 is Cobra's, who gets a Tetris into level 30. And Alex needs to start burning. He needs the pieces to burn. He gets that J piece. Actually, that was the L piece. He gets a Tetris, so he is still alive. But he's going to need some help. He gets a long bar, and those 2 long bars are going to be crucial for his stack health as he tries to bring it down and hope that Cobra doesn't get any more Tetrises. But it doesn't matter. He tops out, and Cobra takes game number 4. It's a 1.172 for Cobra, 1.088 for Alex. We're tied at 2 games apiece. That was just the sneak preview. This is the real decider. Game 5, Alex and Cobra. Good luck, have fun. Counting down in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, Tetris. All right, and we've had big, bold claims in the chat from these players talking about rollovers, double 1.3s. And you know what? I'm here for it if it happens. I would love nothing more than to be part of a game where we've got like double 1.3s, kill screen play, maybe a double kill screen or two. So let's go ahead and make it happen. That would be a great way to end this evening. Now, earlier I mentioned that this is only the second time these two players have met, and it's the first time it's going to a decider. The last time these two played was back in DAS Champions League. This was a little over a year ago, back in September 2024. Alex won that one. It was a best of 7, and he won 4 games to 2. So, Cobra looking to take this decider and even up the series at 1 apiece. Oh, 30 lines in. Is Alex a little high? Yes. Will he be able to get out of this? You would think so. So we'll take a look here and we'll update the scores. 87,000 for Alex, 90,000 for Cobra. Oh no, Cobra tops out. Alex, you're in a chase down. You need 91,000 points. 91,000, and there it is. Alex takes the decider. It was the decider of all time, one of the deciders of all time, and unfortunate way to finish. You hate to see it end like that after how great this was, but it be like that. And there we go. We're going to put it on the screen. Alex, a WinRAR is you. Congratulations. So we'll go ahead, I'll report this match in quick, and then we will take a look at the updated Division 1A standings.
Ready from O, so let's get started with game number 1 of this second match of the event. Transition with a 884. Nice square piece to the left side, needs a long bar now, is not getting the long bar time, and will tap out with a 887 for that long bar. Doesn't get the long bar over to the right side, failed the 4 tap. No. Oh no, that's gonna do it for Hydrant. Out of nowhere.
Change between everyone, you love to see it. And hey, I have a ready from both players, so let's count this one down in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, Tetris. And the game is now afoot. We will start off getting to know our player on the left, Critical Lapis. He's from the United States and is a roller. As you can see, that is his main play style. He's been to a handful of in-person tournaments, 2 Boston, 2 Parity. Went to Philadelphia this year. Also went to the Northeast Regional at Hartford. Made the gold bracket in every one, but he would either get knocked out in the first or second round. As far as online ventures, he's done a bunch of CTM, CTBWs. He's doing the SLCF Tetris for a charity deal. And as you can see, he is in CTL Division 1. All right, and when asked what he's known for, well, you see it right there on the screen. He's known for stacking really high and being good at digs, and he's living up to that meta right here, right now. Now, his other accomplishment that he wants to share, he's got a 761K DAS PB. So, hey, that's pretty good. That would have got you into gold bracket at Jonas Cup. Anyway, we're 30 lines in, and I'm going to say this is neck and neck. Simul Tetris, 144K for Critical Lapis, 145K for Wallband. And right now we are separated by push down points in this one. A hey now on the board for Critical Lapis. Love to see it. Now, I suppose I could have mentioned the tap 1.3, but I didn't have that on my list of super awesome fun stuff to share about Critical Lapis. So you gets what you gets. Anyway, we're a third of the way to transition. Looks like about a 540k pace for Critical Lapis and a 510 for Wallbant. As you can see, Critical Lapis up by about a Tetris as they both throw one down. Their scores are 240,000 for Critical Lapis and 242k for Wallbant, but Lapis throws down a Toastress, takes the lead right back, so we're hovering between a Tetris lead and neck. Right, coming up on halfway to transition, Critical Lapis is on a 600k transition pace, so good performance early on from him. Wallbant is at a 570,000 pace, so both players looking good in this opening round matchup. And we continue to move on towards level 19. I'll see if I can sneak a little bit more cool info about Critical Lapis, because as you may or may not have heard, we've expanded our fun facts listing. So we'll maybe get to that in a little bit, as both players get a simul Tetris. 80 lines in now. It's about a one Tetris lead still for Critical Lapis. They've hung even for most of this game. 402,000 for Critical Lapis, 380,000 for Wallbant. And there's not a whole lot to talk about. Well, actually, I take that back, as Wallbant is appearing to set up for a dirty column 8 Tetris, and he gets it as the drought counter begins. Dirty column 8 for Wallbant, and he's going to stick with it and simultaneously transition that well back over to the right side. We're coming up on 100 lines, and that lead is alternating between Wallbant and Critical Lapis. Critical Lapis, he does miss that Z spin. So he's gonna have to do a couple lines of burning. Gets the well open, does get the Tetris, and oh my gosh, that was a nice T spin tuck to just maximize the efficiency there. A great move by Critical Lapis. Wallbant's board, on the other hand, looking nice and clean. Only down by a few thousand points, so very, very close as we near the transition. Now looking as we near the transition to level 19, Critical Lapis a little bit ahead in the line count, although that Tetris from Wallbant makes it a little closer to even. His board's getting probably a little more jagged than he'd like as on Wallbant's side, so he's going to have to take a couple of burns. And oh my goodness, that spin tuck was beautiful by Wallbant. Holy crap, what a move on his part. These players are showing out for this first game. And right now, Critical Lapis transitions into 19 at 597,000. Wallbant has enough lines available to get a Tetris, but he's probably going to burn into 19. So let's see if he can get this stack a little bit safer before making that switch. That's going to help. He could potentially get out of this situation. Gets the 5-tap over, takes a flat burn, and now he's got that dirty Tetris well open for a moment. So I think we can say Wallbant has gotten out of this because he opens up the well and gets a Tetris. 674k to 575k. Critical Lapis has opened up a nearly 100,000 point lead, while Wallbant was in that massive dig very high up at transition. And now it's Critical Lapis who's building dirty and gets the dirty Tetris and then gets a burn on top of it. Just some great stacking from both of these players. Critical Lapis ahead by a couple of Tetrises. And as we go into level 22, we'll get you a kill screen pace check very shortly as both players throw down a simul Tetris. And right now, Critical Lapis is on about a 1.01 million pace. or 1.11 million pace. So he's on a 1.1. Wallbant, not quite there. He's on just over a max out. We'll call it a 1.05. So Critical Lapis with the pace edge and the score edge. He is a little bit ahead in the line count, but it's still a true lead on his side of the screen as both players into levels 23 and 24. Ooh, and still just great stacking even on 19 speed. The fact that we're 50% faster than you'd see on level 18 speeds isn't phasing these players a bit. You saw the high down stacking from Wallbant at the transition. You're seeing very clean Tetris from Critical Lapis and a simul Tetris from both. Just a masterclass of solid fundamental Tetris play from both these players. Maximum efficiency, great stacking, high scores. A max out from Critical Lapis. He has a 1.002 million, and he still has lots of time before we reach the kill screen. On to level 27 he goes. Wallbant on the other side, also into level 27, and he's got a max out, so it's a double max out in game number 1, folks. And a Tetris from Wallbant, he's only down by 10,000 points, so this is about a third of a Tetris advantage for Critical Lapis as we near the kill screen. In fact, Critical Lapis only has 2 more potential Tetrises he can get. There is one of them, and he's going to burn into kill screen at 1.117 million. Wallbant on the other side has 2 more Tetrises he can pick up before that switch to 29. There is one of them, and he can get one more. He does have that burn in hand. He's not setups, and he's just going to